Mugwort is a perennial herb that is commonly used in Japan and elsewhere. The Latin name for this type is Artemisia princeps, although there are around 19 different Artemisia plants around the world. The Japanese name is Yomogi. It's commonly used in rice cakes called Yomogi mochi or kusa mochi, which was the first type of mochi I had when I came to Japan. After eating it, I fell in love with this herb. This plant grows like crazy where I live. It's really easy to find and identify. It kind of looks like edible chrysanthemum or shungiku. Usually you will find it growing along the ground, but there are some that can grow pretty tall. This one was growing right outside of my apartment, as you can see. Now let's talk about the properties and historical and medicinal uses of this plant. There are many different constituents that make up this plant, which I will put in the description below. It has a bitter taste and is anti-inflammatory. The leaves and stems can be eaten raw. I find them very easy to eat. They have a slightly earthy taste with a hint of sage and grass, which gives it a pungent smell. The leaves can be used for eczema, acne, rashes, insect bites, stings, itchiness, and other skin problems. The juice is also good for stopping bleeding, lowering fevers, and purging the stomach of impurities. This herb is also used in moxibustion, which is a practice of burning the plant on particular parts of the body. Another popular use for this herb in Korea and Japan is for steam baths. In Japan, it's called Yomogi mushi, which means mugwort steam. I've tried this, and I highly suggest it if you ever visit Japan or Korea. A mixture of various herbs is placed in a pot of water that produces vapors or steam. You're then covered in a hood or a cape, kind of like what you would wear if you were getting your hair cut, but it covers your entire body. Then you sit on a stone pot above the other pot that is steaming the water underneath. The vapors will help to sweat out toxins from within your body and make your skin shiny, soft, smooth, and very healthy looking. This herb has been used for many other things, such as for venereal diseases like syphilis and gonorrhea, as well as asthma, bronchitis, hay fever, dermatitis, warts, and inflamed joints. It is also used as an insecticide. Current research is showing that mugwort is helpful for streptococcus, staphylococcus, salmonella, and especially malaria. If you plan on traveling to a country where malaria is common or a possible risk, then it would be wise to bring some dried mugwort along with you. It works best when taken as a preventative of malaria before the onset of symptoms. Studies showed remarkable results when mugwort was used in patients with malaria. Lastly, it's also been found that mugwort works as a muscle relaxant. Right now I'm preparing some mugwort that I gathered a few days ago so that I can turn it into powder form. It's very simple to prepare. Just gather the fresh herbs and you can tie them together in a bundle and hang them up, or put them in a drying basket like this one that my friend let me borrow. You want to make sure that you don't wash them in water before doing this because the moisture from the water won't be good for the plant during the drying process. Then just hang them up in a dark, dry place for about a week. I'm not exactly sure how long, but just check on them daily. If you don't feel comfortable drying them without washing, then you can wash them in water and then steam dry them. But by doing this process, you will lose some of the constituents and oils in the plant. Once finished, you can put them in a blender and sift the larger pieces out and put those larger pieces in a coffee grinder or spice grinder until it becomes a fine powder. Then you have your finished dried powder form herb for easy use later. So that's it for this video about mugwort. There are plenty more good uses for this awesome herb. If you have any recommendations or recipes for this herb, please let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching and take care.